Moonbow, the sun bear, says hello to everyone.
Oh, hello!
To the clouds and the trees, and to you and the bees, to the stars and the moon and the sun. Moonbow is your friend.
Your Moonbow! Oh, hello everybody! This is the Moonbow. Hello, Moonbow, the sun bear. Yeah, and it is my show again. Do you remember my last show? Yeah, it was on the summer solstice. Yeah, so that was about 6 weeks ago. Yeah, and today is Monday, the 2nd of August. Yeah, special day. It is called Lammas. That is L-A-O. Mix.
Yes, Moonbow.
Mix, you have not said hello. Say hello, Mix.
Hello, everyone.
Haha, that was a good hello, Mix. Yeah, so Max and I are on the road in Scotland, and this is the Mobile Moonbow Show. The Mobile Moonbow Show. Anyway, I was saying today is Lammas, L-A-M-M-A-S, and that means midsummer, right? The halfway point between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. Yeah, so this is Lammas in the northern hemisphere, halfway through summer, and usually very, very hot by this time. And Mix?
Yes, Moonbow.
Mix, you have a continuation very soon. Very close to Lammas, not on Lammas, but I will give you a clue, everyone. The same day Barack Obama was born. Oh, that is funny, Max. I have just told your birthday.
Thanks so much, Moonbow.
Yeah, disclosure. Woo! Anyway, so, yeah, happy Lammas. And Lammas is a time for celebration. Yeah, celebration. Yeah, because that is the time when things normally seem very abundant. Yeah, so celebrate your wondrousness. Moonbow says you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and all of you are very wondrous. And I give thanks for each and every one of you being just who you are. Yeah, that is what the Moonbow says. Anyway, this is Lamma's show. Yeah, and I would like to point out that here in the UK we have recently had very much hot and very much rain. Yeah, flooding in London. We are not in London. We are in Scotland, but we are usually in London. Well, we used to usually be in London, not anymore, but anyway, yeah, too much rain, and the rain that was in Europe too, in Germany. Oh, Mix.
What, Moonbow?
Yeah, people died, and their houses were swept away, and their businesses and everything. It's very devastating.
Yes, it is, Moonbow.
Yeah, but Moonbow also wants to say, you see, I have one of my Extinction Rebellion t-shirts on because I am a member of Extinction Rebellion, and because I am a climate activist, and I want to say these heavy rains are not just a fluke. They are part of the climate crisis. And It's not looking good, folks. I know you have been very concerned and still are concerned about COVID, which is killing so many still, and it is scary, and I know, and I am not Mix! Yes, Moonbow. I am not downplaying the tragedy of COVID, okay? Okay. Yeah. So, COVID is very scary and devastating for the human race. I know this, and I'm so sorry for everyone. But the climate crisis is everyone's crisis, not just the people, but the sun bears. Hello! And the bumblebees. Hello! And the walruses. Hello! And the monkeys. Hello! And the fish. Hello! The whales. Hello! All the creatures and the earth herself. It is a crisis for everyone, and I really hope that the governments will start paying attention and hello, Boris Johnson. Hello, this is the Moonbow, and your own city, London, is flooding because of the climate crisis. So maybe it is time to do something. Yeah. And the Extinction Rebellion is going to be back on the streets. Hooray! But we will not be there because we are not in London. But we are so proud of those people and so grateful. And anyway, anyway, my show today is about, well, it is about someone we met on the Isle of Mull, Mull, Mull. Yeah, so we were there, weren't we, Mix?
Yes, we were.
Yeah, and it is so beautiful on Mull. It is so beautiful. It is like unbelievably beautiful. There are these lochs, and there are the sky and the mountains and the hills, and there are rivers and sheep and cows, and there are eagles, and there are buzzards, and there are seals, and there are otters. Ha! Moonbow likes otters. They're cute. Yeah. Anyway, it is such a beautiful place. But Mix,
Yes, Moonbow.
I am going to tell the story about that person.
Okay, you can tell that story.
So there is a person living on Mull. We won't say where. And we will call him Bill. His name is not Bill, but we will call him Bill. So sorry to anyone who has the name Bill, because this is not a nice story, really, in a way. Okay, so Bill lives somewhere on Mull, which is quite not a very populated island, so quite quiet when there aren't tourists. But there are a lot of tourists who come to be with the wildlife. And I must say, those tourists are really, 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 really nice. They are full of wonder for the earth. They love wildlife. And they have binoculars, and they have spotting scopes, and they have cameras, and they have just their eyes and their ears and their noses, and eyes and ears and noses, and they just love Mull. They are so grateful to be there, and they are loving it. But Bill, he doesn't like any visitors. Right, Max?
That's right, he really doesn't.
Even someone else who knows Bill, who he met, who lives on Mull full-time, says Bill hates tourists. Yeah, he hates them.
I know.
How can you just hate tourists?
I don't know, Moonbow.
Yeah. So, where Mix and I were with our good friend Mark is a prime place to see wildlife. We won't say exactly what, but we were having such a nice time. But Bill, he comes out of his house with his wife and shouts at tourists about anything, about where they are and where they're parked and what they're doing, and he tries to scare them and say there are adders around that might bite you, that's a snake, and it is not even true. And he is full of hatred and anger.
That's right, he is.
And what happened to you, Max?
Well, I found that very difficult.
Yeah.
I really don't like being shouted at like that.
Yeah.
And I was perfectly willing to have a conversation with him about how we could be on the seashore, on the beach, and looking at wildlife and not trouble him.
Yeah, because you are a reasonable person who would have that conversation.
That's right.
But he just shouts and 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 shouts, and then the wife says, yes, 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 it's so bad, and she shouts too.
I know.
So what happened, Mix?
Well, I got very upset, and our friend Mark was very nice to me. But it was really hard.
Yeah, it was really hard.
And later, when we had the opportunity to go back on our own, you and me and Roxy the dog,
Yeah?
then it was just too upsetting, so I left.
Yeah. Yeah, we left because of this person. Because, well, you say what it is, Max.
Well, for me, I thought I've enjoyed the wildlife there, and I would like to go back, but it's just too upsetting.
Yeah, that is my point. Well, that is one of my points, right? Is know your limits. Yeah, that is my point. Know your limits. So maybe one day you can go and be with somebody who is full of anger or full of fear or full of sorrow and despair. So maybe some days you are strong enough to do that, right?
That's right, Moonbow.
But some days, maybe not so much.
No, that was true for me.
Yeah, that was true for you. And actually we left Mull for the time being, even though we love it there, because we left it because of Bill, really.
Well, we left it because I couldn't manage myself in relation to Bill's emotions and behavior.
Yeah, that is what I mean. Not Bill, but your reaction to Bill. And that is about self-care, right? When you know your limits. And if it is too much, then you say no. Stop. Not too much for me. Maybe another day, but not now.
That's right.
And how do you feel now, Mix?
I feel much better having left.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, Moonbow.
Yeah?
If I'd never seen that wildlife and had a chance to photograph it,
Yeah?
then I would have probably dealt with Bill and my feelings about Bill.
Yeah?
But because I'd already had some time there,
Yeah?
and this was more time,
Yeah?
then I thought it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it because you even had trouble sleeping.
That's right. I had trouble sleeping because I was really quite upset.
Yeah. So that is what Moonbow wants to say to you out there. Now, you probably also have people and situations which are difficult, right? Everyone does. Even Moonbow. I have trouble with bulldozers who take my jungle. Yeah, I do. I have trouble with multinational companies planting palm oil in Borneo and stealing my forest. Yes, I do. I do have trouble with that, and some days I cannot face them. I cannot be kind to them. I cannot, because Mix,
Yes.
I was thinking, what does Bill need?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question.
I think Bill needs someone to say, "Hello, Bill. You are very nice with your wildlife where you live, and also your animals in your around your house. Bill has animals which I won't mention, but anyway, he has animals, including dogs. I can say he has dogs, and he has 2 dogs, and he also has other animals around his house. And I could say, "Oh, hello, Bill. You must really like your animals because they are so beautiful, and it is so lovely to see your very pretty house and your quiet little village. And yeah, hello. And I would really like to sit on the beach for a little while. Is that okay? And how can I do this with least disturbance to you or something? I don't know. But anyway, Mix,
Yes, Moonbow.
I don't know. Maybe he feels overtaken.
Maybe he feels overtaken.
Yeah, that he wanted his village just for himself and quiet all the time, and that's why he doesn't like the tourists.
Yeah, I imagine that's true.
So maybe he needs to feel understood about that.
Well, that's right. And I would be happy to negotiate with him, and I think the other tourists would be happy to negotiate how we could live in harmony.
Yeah, that is what is important. How to live in harmony, wildlife and people, and permanent residents and visitors, and things like that.
That's right.
So, yeah, the question of what Bill needs brings me on to my second point. Moonbow, yeah, Moonbow, is about Bill as a teacher for you, Mix.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, Bill is a teacher for you.
Why is that, Moonbow?
Well, Moonbow is thinking about you.
Yes.
And where the flat is in London.
Yes.
And, yeah, that there is a garden around the flat?
Yes, there is a garden around the flat.
And sometimes the gate is open to the garden.
That's right. Sometimes the gate is open to the garden.
And people come in from the neighborhood.
That's right. People come in from the neighborhood.
And sometimes they stay late at night.
That's right. Sometimes they stay late at night.
And they're not supposed to be there. And that's right too. And you, Max,
Yes,
you like to be and sit with the foxes.
that's right. I do. Peanut the fox and the other foxes.
Yeah, Peanut the fox and the other foxes, you like to sit with them at dusk when they come out, sometimes also during daylight hours. And when there are people in the garden, what happens?
They don't come.
Yeah, and what happens to you, Max?
I get mad.
Yeah, that is my point. You are like Bill. You are like Bill because you say, I want this garden all to myself to be with the foxes, and I want these visitors to go away.
Oh, Moonbow, I can't get away with anything, can I?
No, Moonbow is your magic helper to remind you to keep a heart of compassion. Yeah? So, you see, there is a bit of Bill in you.
You're right. There is a bit of Bill in me.
Yeah, so that will help you to have more compassion for Bill.
That's true.
And it will also help you to have more compassion for the visitors who want to enjoy the garden.
Moonbow, you really get me every time, don't you?
Well, maybe. Anyway, that is what I say about Bill, that he is suffering, and he reminds you of you when you are also being grumpy.
Thank you very much, Moonbow.
Yeah, but it is true. But anyway, I want to say hello to some of my friends in London, so, and also other places. So I say, hello, Cinda, who has had a big trip. Yeah. Hello, Aisha, who is in a new house in France. Hello, Ha, who is in Vietnam, and there has been a lockdown there because of COVID. Hello, Wilson, whose mother in Uganda had COVID but is recovering. Yeah, and hello to Robbie, who has he finished his PhD and did his Viva, and he is so brave and strong, and he wants to go to Plum Village, and we are going to miss him. But hello, Robbie, and hello, Joe. And Joe has been running for charity to raise money. Joe always does so many amazing things, and oh, hello, Annabelle. Yeah, Annabelle and Joe, and oh, hello, Martha. Yeah, they have all been on the Heart Bus and doing things, and so many. Oh, hello, Dominica and Erica. Dominica has a baby called Erica, and hello, Peter and Colette. Peter has a young girl called Colette who is very cute. I must say, I like that Colette. And hello, Matt and Athena. Oh, Matt has a granddaughter called Athena. That is such a good name. Moonbow approves of that name. And hello, Sonia, Sonia has done a very important personal achievement, that she is so strong and very much a good looker. Ha! She has style. That woman has style. Yeah. Hello, Sonia. And hello, Shanoa. Shanoa is magic and does magic things for lots of people, including you, Max.
That's right. She does do magic things for me.
Yeah, she is a good friend to have. And who who have we forgotten? Hello, Carlo and Katie. I am glad to hear your kitty is getting better. And hello, Martin and Sarah and Izzy and Ellie and so many. I don't know. So many to say hello to. So hello to everyone. And Moonbow loves you. And next time is going to be the autumn equinox. That will be towards the end of September, third week of September, and it will be when light and day are equally balanced. And I want to say that up here in Scotland, when it was summer solstice, the sun didn't set till 10:30 at night and came up at 4 in the morning. It was much light. So we are losing the light faster than in London because we had so much light anyway. So that is my show. And it has been so nice to see you again. And I remember about your limits, yeah, your limits of what you can manage, and also about when you have trouble with someone, whether they are a mirror for something in you. Like Bill, there is a mirror for Mix.
Thank you, Moonbow.
Yeah, and I would like to finish with a quote. It is a quote that Moonbow might not get correct, and I don't know the author, but here it is. Awareness without compassion is like the sun without warmth. The light of the sun without warmth. So I say, enjoy the sun with the warmth of compassion for yourself, for the Mother Earth and all her creatures, and for the earth itself, and for those you find difficult as well as those you love. Okay, say bye-bye, Mix. Bye, everyone. Bye from the Moonbow. See you next time. Bye.
Moonbow, the sun bear, says hello to everyone.
Oh, hello.
To the clouds and the trees, and to you and the bees, to the stars and the moon and the sun. Oh, happy-hearted Moonbow, such joy from start to end. With fur and toes and ears and nose,